Welcome to SVG-TV News for Monday, June 29th, 2015. I'm Laughrin Fraser with the details. Residents of North Leeward community of Spring Village are grieving the death of 3 of their own killed in a vehicular accident last evening. SVG-TV's Sharon Garraway has more on this tragic incident in this report.
It's an unbearable time for the Johnson family of Spring Village, who is suffering great loss. On Sunday afternoon, June 28, 2015, they had just laid to rest and was coming to terms with the death of their family member, Monsika Johnson, who was brutally hacked to death by her ex-boyfriend, who also took his own life earlier this month. On returning from that funeral procession in Chateaubelair, tragedy struck as the private car with 5 on board went over a cliff in the Coles Hill area and dropped about 100 feet below. All but 2 of the 5 persons in the vehicle made it out alive. The driver, 24-year-old Kemerald Williams, and 45-year-old Neville Charles, who are nursing injuries at the Milton Cato Memorial Hospital. Dead are George Johnson, who would have celebrated his 90th birthday next month. 65-year-old Venola Isilma Johnson, a retiree of Barbados who took care of her younger siblings after their mother died, and 22-year-old Denzel Johnson, a recent graduate of the community college. Distraught family members spoke to us about their deceased loved ones.
Sad. Last time I see my father was yesterday. I don't even know what to say. Oh my God. I feel so sad, and Sina was my sister, and Denzel was my nephew. I feel so sad, and we just buried one yesterday. I don't know, but God knows all things. God knows best. I'm going mad. I didn't know what to do. I cannot sleep, I cannot eat, because the money to the church, that money to been through. So I cannot sleep nor eat. I decided I have to come home to meet my family because I was losing my mind. I did not know the days, nor the night. And then I came here, and it was a wonderful time to be with my family again, to unite with them. But yesterday was the first time I saw my father when I came, because I didn't have no time to look for him. And we sat together, and he said to me, he says, Zida, this is going to be a big day for me. This is the most exciting day in my life, because I get to see all of my children in one place. Oh my God. He's my father, right? I can't really explain myself.
Okay. Some of the villagers who were first on the scene described a catastrophic accident.
The driver, his hand was under the woman, and I pull out the driver hand from underneath the woman. And I tell our next man, don't study she, because she look like she going dead. So I said, study the man, and then the ambulance come.
When they on the wall, the vehicle was coming up, and we only hear, woo, and it's over, it go.
And what did you do?
Well, I ball out and call people, and the people and them came out.
They also called for a reinforcement wall to be rebuilt in the area, as the one that was there was damaged by the December 2013 floods and another recent accident.
Well, we need a bit, because they know what will go happen, and look now, thing happen now.
And I told the people, I say, you know what happened? This wall wouldn't fix until there is an accident. And I tell him like this, I say, if I die today, you might live tomorrow, and you're going to see, just what I told you is true.
So you definitely feel like the wall needs...
It needed.
Just behind of me is where the fatal accident occurred. The leeward side of the island, as you can see, is mountainous and one of the most picturesque places on this side of the island. But as residents will also tell you, it's one of the most dangerous because of the steepness, and motorists should take extra caution when driving on the road. Reporting for SVG Television News, I am Sharon Garraway.
All of us at SVG-TV truly sympathize with the family. The relatives of the 3 deceased are pleading with the nation to pray for their family to cope with such a loss.
But it is very, very hard. My father was 89 years old. He would have been celebrating his 90th birthday on the weekend. He is one of the oldest guys from this village, and we know that he will be missed. He was a loving guy, and I know he was going to the mountain even though he was at that age. Everyone knows him. George Johnson would go to the end and he would walk to all those miles by himself. Even though he is sick, he can't wait to get better to go to the mountain. So please, please, I'm asking the nation to pray for us, to please pray for us. Thank you.
We had to bury our own cousin, and they went for a purpose. We were so happy to reunite as family. For example, we had one of his daughter, over 31 years, the first he get to know her, to reunite, and his grandchildren and so on. We asked him to stay down with us, with his sister. He said he wanted to come back to attend to his animal. Probably there was a purpose for it. But one thing I want to remind the nation and the coward and his family who took our niece so brutally, that through it all, we remain firm, united, and God will see us through. Thank you.
We just buried our cousin, and right now it's just hard. I don't know how I feel, but only God knows, and God knows best. Right now we have to comfort one another. Right now the family need one another. So right now we're gonna bind together, and the Spring is a lovely community, and I know they will come and be with us as well.
Dr. Ralph Gonsalves, who is attending a CARICOM Heads of Government meeting in Grenada, through a correspondence from communications consultant Elson Crick, expressed condolences and sympathy to the Johnson family on behalf of the government and people of St. Vincent and the Grenadines. Days after news broke of the death at sea of 2 men from the Chateaubelair-Petit-Bedell area on the Leeward coast, their families are seeking answers as to what actually transpired. The bodies of Glenroy Delpesh, 26 years old, of Petit-Bedell, and Brian Batiste, 49, were retrieved from the waters of Tualu on Thursday, June 25, 2015. Reports are that on Tuesday, 23 June, around 8 a.m., Delpesh and Batiste, along with Alston Walker, told family members that they were going on a fishing expedition. However, when they did not return home, their families began to worry. A report issued by the police this afternoon states that post-mortem examinations conducted earlier today on the deceased conclude that both men died from asphyxia due to drowning, and that the pathologist also noted there were no signs of physical injury on the dead men. Up to news time, the whereabouts of Alston Walker remain unknown, and like the other families, his family is also seeking answers and now believe he is dead. His uncle, Vandal Murray, says he is deeply heartbroken that he cannot see his nephew, whom he described as a son, as he helped raise him from a baby. His wish at this time is to at least find his body to lay to rest.
All standard where he get, because I mean do love forget this day, right? And plenty of them who all stand go out with, go fish with, right? Then should I really come back in drawers and make we to know all stand get dead. You understand? But then wait until all 3 o'clock in the evening to come and tell me all stand get shoot and this and that and in water.
Grandmother Jane Pollard remembers a very thoughtful grandson who last bought a box of groceries for her and always ensured that she was well cared for.
Alston was my breadfruit tree, and Alston just cut off so and leave me. Uphill dog the chase, I could call up an Alston. At any deficiency, Alston grant me a favor, miss. Alston go to Tongue Monday, and he make a wonderful box of storage for me. Alston come, he put in a yard right give me.
The Bethel Bible College, St. Vincent and the Grenadines campus on Sunday, June 28th, held its 2015 graduation ceremony. The ceremony, which was held at the New Testament Church in Kingstown, saw a total of 20 graduates being recognized, with Hazelan Nero being the valedictorian. Delivering remarks at the event was Administrative Bishop of the New Testament Church of God, St. Lucia and St. Vincent and the Grenadines, Wendell Davis, who told the graduates that they are graduating at a very challenging time in church history. Davis explained that though all may look well on the outside, the church is at the moment being confronted by serious challenges.
And coincidentally, the message this morning I spoke about in Diamond Church was about pressing amidst all the difficulties, among all the challenges that we're going to face. It's expected that we're going to press through them. Just this past week, we read in the news that the Supreme Court of the United States have redefined, if I should say, marriage and what marriage is all about. And according to the laws of the United States right now, marriage is not necessarily between a male and a female. Marriage can be between two male or two female. That's the day that we are living in. That's the age that we are living in. I want to let you know also that in spite of that, a few years ago, the New Testament Church of God, the Church of God across the world, had made a resolution, and the resolution is that we would not accommodate, that's the Church of God, entertain or support any same-sex marriage in any of our churches.
Davis also told the graduates they are not going to allow any one of their churches to be used for same-sex marriages.
Our strong belief or born-in belief is that that is not spiritual, that is not scriptural, and that is not godly. While at the same time we have to show spiritual support as much as we can to those who are so minded. But our spiritual obligation, and like I said again, you are graduating at this critical time. Our spiritual understanding, our spiritual obligation is to support what the Bible supports. In fact, we are so strong on it that it is said that any minister, any Church of God minister who so involve themselves in participating in same-sex marriage that their license could just very well be revoked.
The World Pediatric Project, the WPP, has established a new post locally to raise funds from St. Vincent and the Grenadines and regionally to continue helping critically ill children here. Simon Carey, former Regional Director of TUI Marine or Sunsail and the Moorings in the Lower Caribbean, is now WPP's Chief Development Officer. The World Pediatric Project links worldwide pediatric surgical, diagnostic and preventative resources to heal critically ill children in developing countries. The World Pediatric Project has had a presence in St. Vincent and the Grenadines for 13 years and is a major contributor to the development of the pediatric health sector here. In partnership with the Ministry of Health and the Milton Cater Memorial Hospital, MCMH, WPP's focus is caring for critically ill children in St. Vincent and the Grenadines and other OECS countries. The WPP's value of donated medical services to the region since 2002 has been $30 million. WPP has provided over 100 teams of pediatric surgical and diagnostic specialists working at MCMH healing critically ill Vincentian children as well as children from the region who are flown to St. Vincent for specialized surgery and follow-up care. To date, over 1,000 surgeries have been completed at the Milton Cater Memorial Hospital along with 6,000 evaluations. An additional 250 children have been flown to WPP's partner hospitals in the U.S. for advanced surgical services such as open heart surgery. Welcome back. We're with Carnival Beat. SVG's junior masqueraders were in the spotlight last Saturday, June 27th, when 13 mass bands made a bid for the title of Junior Band of the Year 2015. However, when the parading was over and the judges' results were tallied, it was the Guinness Wadulima Hits 103.7 Blondie Bird and Friends that was triumphant. We get the details now in this report.
Guinness Wideline hits 103.7. Blundywood and Friends made a clean sweep at Junior Carnival on Saturday, June 27th at Carnival City Victoria Park. In securing the title of Junior Band of the Year, Blundywood and Friends, with its presentation Illusion Never See Come See, capped the top spot in all judged categories. Junior King and Queen, Best Individual sections in the 5 to 9 and 10 to 15 categories, and also Best Junior sections. In the second position for the Junior Band of the Year was Digital Nelson Block with Sucker, the Game of the People, leaving OT Tires SVG Plays International to settle for third with its presentation Masquerade. Taking the second spot in the Junior King and Queen of the Bands competition was SVG Plays International with its portrayal Rise of the Phoenix and Imagination respectively, while Digital Nelson Block took the third spot in both categories with their production Soccer Warriors and Vincy Heat. The Uptown competition was won by SVG Plays International, forcing Blundywood and Friends in the second spot and Digital Nelson Block in the third. The Junior Masqueraders will again cross the stage at Victoria Park and parade the streets of Kingston on Marigo Day on Tuesday, July 7th. Reporting for SVG-TV News, I am Jamisha Wright.
And in the Junior Panorama competition held on Sunday afternoon at the Victoria Park, the Girls High School and Sea Operation Starlift Steel Orchestra were out front. The Girls High School won the school-based bands category with their rendition Set It Off by Winston Soso. They scored 260 points. CW Prescott Primary came in second with 252 points with their rendition Teaser by Beckett. St. Joseph's Convent Kingstown took the third position with 217 points with their rendition Life of the Carnival by Madzat. In the community-based category of the competition, Sea Operation Starlift Steel Orchestra scored 266 points to take the top position with their rendition of Pan Jam by Exodus. The Cyan Hill Euphonium Steel Orchestra came in second with Mr. Music Man by Ricky Melville, scoring 252 points. The third place went to Symphonic Steel Orchestra, who performed Jam Them by Touch. They scored 241 points. Tomorrow, the juniors will take the stage again at Carnival City Victoria Park for the National, Junior Calypso and Soca Monarch competitions. 9 Calypsonians and 1 reserve were selected from the semi-final clash on Friday evening to face off with defending Calypso Monarch Zamfir Manzangi Adams in the National Calypso competition slated for Victoria Park on the Mardi Gras night, Sunday, July 5th, 2015. We hear more on who the finalists are in this report by Gaylon McBarnett.
Despite the rain, many Vincentians came out in their numbers at Carnival City Victoria Park last Friday night to support their favorite Calypsonians in the National Calypso semi-finals. Many are of the opinion that this show of support represents the fact that Calypso will forever be of significance and deeply rooted in the Vincentian culture. Minister of Culture Cecil Mackey opened the night's proceedings by stating his observation in the improvement of Calypso music over the years and urged Vincentians to continue to give support to the art form, which he says will enable its growth and longevity.
22 Calypsonians that would appear before you. 22 of the best Calypsonians in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. I'm sure that by the time the first Calypsonians are on stage, we'll have the crowd fair and we'll have persons as vocal as ever supporting their favorites. We also have a very exciting program for the next 12 days. I want to urge you to attend all of the shows. Show that we are fully appreciative of the Winston product and what we have to offer.
The semi-finals were judged under the ranking system, with the points distributed as follows: lyrics 30 points, originality 10 points, melody 30 points, rendition 20 points, and presentation 10 points, totaling 100 points. Here's a look at some of the performances in the semis. Speaking to SVG-TV, many persons seem content with the level of performance by Calypsonians.
What do you think of the show so far? Good. Do you like Calypso? Yes, yes. What do you like about it?
Just have fun listening and sing the best. I try them much.
And what's your favorite song so far?
Come out and vote.
I'm really good now. I really like Calypso, and what I'm hearing here tonight, it seems like the standard would have raised, from previous years, and I'm really loving it. I don't want to sound biased, but the one about the ULP, and that one so far, has the crowd really going.
My favorite part is Abidjan, where I love Calypso. I like the social commentary in the Calypso because it tells you about what goes on in the country.
After the judges' figures were tallied, 9 along with 1 were selected to compete in the finals of the competition. They are Joel Naval String Bartholomew with Come Out and Vote, Robert Patches Knight, Massa Days Done, Kenneth Vibrations K. Celine, Dancing at 64, Cleopatra Cleo Hendrickson, Sexy Gone Crazy, Chanel Mackenzie, Heirs to the Ground, Noel D4 Castello, Calypsonian's Educator, Dennis Bowman, Calypso Best Friend, Glenroy Sule Caesar, Appreciate Carnival, Glenroy Homie Delplish, Youths Have Their Story to Tell. The reserve is Glenford Azara Charles. They will face off with the defending monarch, Zamir Manzangi Adams, for the crown of Calypso Monarch 2015. The finals is scheduled for Sunday, July 5th at the Victoria Park. Reporting for SVG-TV News, I am Gaylon Barnett.